what, about a month?
Yeah.
I don't know, but it feels like it has been a while.
Yeah. Early January.
Yeah, I think it was the first Saturday in January.
Yeah. So it's been 6 weeks.
So we've had a little bit of dinner. Now we're having a drink.
It's yummy.
It is. It's all good. I wanted to we wanted to recap our last podcast to see where we are fitness level wise. Yeah.
Seriously.
Seriously, it's I tell you what.
It's a struggle.
This has been it's been difficult for me. How about you, ladies?
Mm-hmm.
You know what it's been like for me, so yes, absolutely.
Definitely an odd start to the new year.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I feel like I just cannot seem to get back in the groove. For some reason, to me, it seems like this has been harder this year than this time last year. I don't know if we took off way too much time, or I don't know that we took off time. We just didn't.
We didn't push ourselves.
We didn't push ourselves. There you go.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I started off a little too gung-ho with way too much to do, and it got the better of me. Knee problems. I've been a little down in the dumps because of it.
Right.
In a funk, I guess is the word.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
I hate that you're in a funk.
Well, I mean, like I said, I can't seem to shake it. I just cannot seem to figure out what's gone wrong.
Well, the good part of it is you haven't stopped going. You're
Right,
still
I
going.
haven't.
You might miss here and there, but the important thing is you're still going. We're all still going.
Well, let me ask you ladies
Or
this.
some of us.
Kickboxing, to me, I love the class, don't get me wrong. I don't want to change the class. But does something about that class seems different for me? Is it harder,
Yes.
or is it just me?
It's harder.
It's harder, but I do think it's us getting older too.
Yeah.
I mean, it all goes hand in hand because, we work out with a younger crowd and we're trying to keep up, and I mean, we're doing what we can do, but it just takes it out of us every time we go.
Yeah, it's...
But, I feel like we sometimes do better than some of the younger ones. So I feel pretty good at what we're doing in that particular class. So.
But for some reason, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to kick you under the table there. I don't know. It seems like lately to me, I feel way more fatigued during the class.
Right.
It's like my legs.
You can't put 100%
Yes,
into it.
yes, exactly. I feel like my legs, for some reason. I know we do there's a lot of leg work in that class because there's a lot of squatting, a lot of kicks, but it just seems like I get fatigued faster than what I was experiencing several months ago. And I don't know if it's because maybe she's upped the regimen, the workout, and that's what's done it. I don't know. I don't know if I'm not eating the right kinds of food. I'm eating too much of the wrong kinds of the food. I don't know. Like I say, I'm at a loss. It's been such a struggle lately. Let's see. I was there Monday and Wednesday of this week, and I want to say maybe Monday after class, because you weren't there Monday, and you had.
And I wasn't there Monday.
Okay. And so after class, I asked her. I was like, I feel different than what I did a few months ago in here. What has changed?
Mm-hmm.
And she made a comment, or the instructor did, that she was actually feeling some difference in the class.
Right.
So I don't know if she's upped the game. It's been a struggle.
Yeah.
And maybe it's just the time of year. I mean, just like earlier we were talking at dinner how in a few weeks we'll have time change. And maybe with time change we'll feel better.
A little more energized.
Yeah, because we'll have more daylight and we'll feel like, we're not working out at night,
Yeah.
even though it'll be the evening, but we'll have daylight.
Right.
Sometimes I feel like, we go in and it's dark, we leave and it's dark, and it's just, a long day.
Well, I'm concerned that maybe the ab challenge, I didn't do the ab challenge correctly. Mm-hmm. I would do a day or two, and then I would miss a day or two, and then I would try to catch up. And the days that I would have way too many sit-ups to do, that maybe that was the wrong thing to do. Because honestly, unless I was just completely doing the sit-ups wrong, because the ab challenge was a certain amount of sit-ups, and then a certain amount of
Flutters. And
and
then
then
planks.
and then
And
planks.
planks, yep.
The flutters and the planks I had no problem with at all. Could do them every time. The sit-ups, I could do them. I never felt sore in my stomach. It was always my lower back.
Right.
And it's like, what am I doing wrong? And maybe it was the fact that I would double up. I mean, skip.
Maybe what we should have done is just, if we skipped a day, we skipped a day. If you didn't.
And go to
Well,
the
that's
next
exact-
day.
yeah.
Go on to the next
That's
day.
what we talked about, yes.
As far as the arm challenge that started in February, I never really give it. I mean, and I'm not. I don't think that I could tell my arm. I could tell that doing the tricep dips. I could definitely tell. Like I could feel it the next day.
Right.
But there was just something about those sit-ups, and I don't know if it's the fact that maybe I am doing a sit-up incorrectly. Might be what it is.
Well, a lot of times in classes we do crunches, and you don't
Yeah.
do a full sit-up, and this was a full sit-up,
Yes.
so that's different, and it affects your muscles and different parts of your body differently than
I
just
say
a
my
crunch
lower back
does.
has been
Yeah.
giving me a fit lately, especially on like my lower right hip area has really been giving me a fit. And it's like, oh my gosh, we have to go to class. I mean, we go to class and you see all these young people in there that are like, just bouncing around with all this energy. I want to go and bump them on the head. But, give me some of that. But no, then I have to, bio-freeze on my knee. What was it one night? The three of us were passing around a bottle of bio-freeze.
Yep.
Like it was pot.
Yeah.
Like, here, you need a hit of this?
That's right.
Definitely.
I mean, I keep bio-freeze with me like it's like I do a tube
It's
of
a
lipstick.
staple. It's a
Yeah,
staple.
like I do a tube of lipstick and some
Mhm.
and some face powder. I'm a bio-freeze. Oh my gosh, this getting
Anyways.
old. Like I say, I'm not sure that is working for me as far as I don't know. Like I say,
Well, maybe we bit off too many challenges too.
Well, and trying to get back into a regular routine of the gym and
Mhm.
being faithful to that, and then adding the challenges on top of it, and
Mm-hmm.
maybe it was a little bit too much.
so
Started off a little too aggressive.
maybe
Yeah.
that's I think that might be what because we did a lot of running to start off with.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if me personally, that was just a little too much for me to start off with because I had gotten so lax toward the end of last year.
Right.
Now, I was able to run the mile without stopping, but I felt like I was going to die.
Right.
So I don't know if maybe that's what I did, I think. And, I have taken a little, I've not been as strict with it the last 2 weeks.
Right.
I've been going, but I've also given myself a little bit of a out as far as if you can't do 7,500 jumping jacks, it's okay.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Do half of them. So I've been trying because, like I said, my knee's been bothering me a little bit, and I don't want it to get any worse.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Of course, with that being said, I think we need to adjust.
Right.
So
Well, I'm adjusting.
yeah, and we're and
I've adjusted quite a bit.
yeah, we're gonna get. So you had like an injury.
Yeah, I don't know what I had. So, so I think, wow, this is just me talking, but I feel like, at work, when I changed my, from sitting all day to having a stand-up desk and standing all day, a couple weeks ago, wasn't feeling good, was sick a couple days, went into work on a Wednesday and just wasn't, I was just too
That was the day
exhausted.
you went home, straight back home, more or less, right?
Yeah, that was on Tuesday.
Okay.
Yeah, but Wednesday I went back to work, and it's just I just didn't have the energy, and I thought I can't stand all day. I'm gonna have to sit. So I sat and noticing my back was starting to hurt pretty significantly. So wasn't planning on going to the gym because I still wasn't feeling good. But coming home, so Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, nursing the back with ice and heat back and forth. And then felt pretty good Saturday. Went to the class Saturday morning, and I told Berea, I said, I'm going to try to do what I can, but my back's been bothering me this week, and I'm going to try to take it easy. And she's like, well, even if you don't use the weights, just, do the
Right.
movement. So I felt like I did pretty good. I didn't have any pain during the class and was able to do everything. Ran a few errands, went home, and started piddling around with some stuff, and all of a sudden it was like something just snapped. And from there, it's just been downhill. But long story short, I won't go into all the details, but I feel pretty good today. Felt pretty good yesterday. We'll see what the x-ray comes back with, see if there's anything there, but yeah. The nerve pain though, I don't know if anybody's ever had any nerve issues, but wow. Is all I can say
I don't
is
know.
wow.
I've had sciatic nerve issues a little bit. I mean, and don't get me wrong, it is not. I hear people talk about how bad, and I heard, and then when you said what you did on a scale of 1 to 10, my pain is at a 20, and I was like, oh wow. I mean,
it really was. I mean, the burning sensation was just, it was so intense, it was undescribable.
yeah. Mine's never been like that.
No.
Thank goodness, it's never.
I mean, but even the pain on Saturday, when this whole thing started on that Saturday, I told Danny, I said, this is worse than childbirth. I mean, the pain was making me sick in my stomach, and it just would not go away. So, so thankfully, I mean, that has eased up some, but I think now that the burning sensation and some of the numbness has gone away, I'm feeling, a little bit of pain. But like I said, today I felt pretty good, was able to do some housework and different things. I didn't want to push it too much, but I thought, I just got to keep moving, because if I just sit around, everything's just going to get stiff.
Yeah.
So I think next week I do want to try just treadmill. I'm not going to go to any more classes, because 2 weeks it's kind of pointless to do that.
Which we're going to touch on that.
Yeah. So, so I think I might just go walk on a treadmill and do that pretty much as I can. We'll see how a couple days of that goes, and then if it's okay, then I'll continue that for the next couple weeks, just to keep things loose. But
just to keep moving a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't blame you. Cheryl, have you ever had any sciatic nerve
Oh
problems?
yes. Well, and then I had that.
Is it a certain?
I had that torn cartilage in my right hip.
Is it the right
So-
sciatic, the right side?
Mm-hmm. And I had a deep tissue massage on Monday, and that helps. But yeah, I mean, it wakes me up in the middle of the night, and you just ache.
Yeah.
I mean, it just aches.
Now see, I have it on the right side also,
Mhm.
and I know that it's my sciatic because it's usually like butt cheek down the back of my leg.
yeah, that's what I learned. So
Yeah.
the sciatic is on the back part of
Yeah.
your leg, and your L3, L4 is on the front side
Right.
of your leg. So it's like, oh, okay.
And
know that.
it's a burning sensation, and mine bothers me more whenever I'm sitting on the couch, which we have a couch that's the electric recliners, and I don't recline mine like all the way, like laying down or anything like that. But there's a certain spot that if I hit it, if I put my seat a certain way, I can feel it, and I can feel it burning, and then I have to either get up and move around a little bit. And of course, some ibuprofen will help. Like I say, mine is nowhere near the pain level that you're talking about. Mine is more of a irritation. I mean, it's more of a
Discomfort.
discomfort.
Yeah.
There you go. That's a good word.
Yeah.
It's more of that. It's I know something's not right, and I never thought about until you made a comment last weekend. You went and got the massage last Sunday, right? Because you were in so much pain. Never thought about the fact that might help.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It definitely
did.
helps.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So that's something I need to check into that and try something like that. But mine has been, my right hip area. But I think I did something wrong during some of those sit-ups is what I think. I'm going to readjust a little bit I want to still go to class. I want to do kickboxing Mondays and Wednesdays. Tuesdays and Thursdays, if you're going to be there to walk, I think I want to go back down with the running. I want to get back. I want to run some, but I've got to lighten up a little bit and give my knee a little bit of a rest.
Have a heel.
Yeah, I've just got to. It's either that or I'm gonna. If I keep pushing, I'm gonna make it worse.
That's why I don't want to do any kickboxing or any other sculpting classes, or the Saturday Sunday, because I feel like anything that I'm putting weight and it's going to be
Any
pressure.
strain, yeah.
So it's like, okay, I got to give it a couple weeks. I mean, because it's going to be pointless to do it and then be out for a few weeks anyways. So I'm just not going to do any classes. I'll do the treadmill and then work myself.
I'm
up.
actually considering maybe couch to 5K again because it's a fresh
Gradual,
start.
yeah.
It's a gradual.
Yeah.
I think where I messed up was both of you. I think where I messed up is both of you are so much faster / taller than me, and I know that Lori made the comment that we would run a mile. Remember when we were here a month ago? We said we were going on Tuesdays. We're going to run a mile flat out. at your own speed,
Right.
and then we would do the sprints. Okay, that's exactly what we did. But I'm, not gonna let y'all run at a 6 and me over here at a freaking 5. I mean, so that's where I did wrong.
Right.
Because you're doing it at a competitive thing
Yes.
versus listen
Your
to
own
your
thing.
body
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Because I have definitely learned to listen to my body. This is why I stretch out. I'm the one laying on the floor stretching out before kickboxing because I know what my hip needs. I need to stretch some things out before she starts extending, having us extend those muscles. And she'll say, extend your hips and do that. And so I have to stretch out good before those classes.
Well, I stretch before running. I always have.
Put your
I used
speed.
to, but I don't.
But my
I
problem
haven't done it,
is
yeah.
I probably should have started back whenever the 1st of January when we started all this over again. Whenever we were running that mile, and we were gonna do it at a not too, I probably should have been more like a 5.
Yeah.
And I didn't. I did them at 5.5, 6. Y'all bump y'all's up, I would bump mine up.
Right.
And I shouldn't do that.
Yeah.
And the main reason I do it is not necessarily so much the competitiveness in me to keep up. It's so that we would all be right there together mileage-wise, so that we could all
time-wise,
finish
yeah.
at the same time.
And that, we don't need to worry.
And I don't know that the sprints really was that big of a deal because they were only, a minute and then sometime at 30 seconds. So that wasn't the problem. I think my problem was I pushed myself too hard on the mile.
Yeah.
So
Well, we will readjust.
I've got to.
Mhm.
I don't want to I don't want to quit going.
No,
I mean,
no, we're not gonna do that.
I don't.
Because
I don't,
when you do something and you're not successful, then you're discouraged, and like you said,
Yes.
you want to quit.
Yes.
Right.
I don't want to do this anymore,
I don't want to do this anymore.
and we can't look at it like that.
No.
We just have to readjust it.
So we got 5. We did talk about our 5Ks that are coming up. So we're going to have to rethink that. I know that you're not going to be able to do any of the 5Ks except for possibly the Diva, but we don't know
I mean, I think I could probably walk.
because that's the
That's my plan. I mean, it doesn't have to be a fast walk. We can just walk if you guys want to do that.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm up for that. I told you guys last year I was hanging up my running shoes, and you won't let me. But
But no, I say that we've already got the weekend booked. I say we walk it, and that'll be good anyways. For me especially.
At where I'm at right now, pacing for pieces.
yeah, that's only a couple of weeks away.
I know.
Well, about
I
4
know
weeks
I can finish it.
Sure.
That's not even an issue. That I'm not, but I don't know that I want to go run it as hard as I can possibly run it.
Mm-mm.
Not where I'm at right now because my knees bother me too much.
Right.
And I'm scared if I do that, then I'm just going to make things worse.
Yeah.
And I'm
You
either,
gotta give it a rest.
yeah, if I push myself any more than I have been with the running, if I don't back off some, I'm going to mess it, I'm going to fix it where I'm not going to be able to do even kickboxing.
Mhm.
And I don't want to get there.
Right.
Which is the route I was headed.
Mhm.
Honestly, I think,
Well, like you guys told me, we gotta stop being so bullheaded
Yes.
Yes.
and listen to ourselves.
yes, we definitely do.
Oh, I definitely listen to my body now. I know.
I have a tendency not to do that.
Right.
I have it because I'm bad about my knees bother me, and then whenever we get in on that treadmill,
Yeah.
see y'all bump it up, I'm bumping it up, and I have to keep reminding myself y'all are both a lot taller than I am. My stride is a lot different.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
If you have to wait for me to finish my 3 miles,
We'll do that.
it is what it is, right?
Mhm.
That's right.
I don't want to get to the point that I can't go at all. So,
Mhm.
okay. The next thing I wanted to talk about was, Lori, you got something major coming up.
Dude, I'm so excited.
So tell us what you're going to do. It's when are you scheduled?
So March the 3rd, I'm having a breast reduction. Super excited. It's been something that I've been talking about and thinking about for a few years, a little while. And so I don't feel like I made a decision lightly. I feel like I really took a lot of time thinking about it, talking to other people that's had it done. Had a really long conversation about a year or so ago with my niece who had one. And it finally took me this long to actually get to the doctor and make an appointment and see how it went. So everything got approved through the insurance, so we're ready to go. So March 3rd, I'll go in and I'll stay one night in the hospital and be off work for a couple weeks, which is gonna be interesting. But the funny thing about it was they told me that they could write me off for 6 weeks if I wanted to. And I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. I can't be off work for 6 weeks. There's no way. So two will do it.
See, if we had any male listeners at all up to this point, they probably just checked out.
Yeah.
Because when you start talking about decreasing the size of,
Yeah.
the girls.
Yeah, well, and the funny thing is, so many people's like, well, what's Danny think about that? You know what? It's like, it's not about him. It's about me and my body, but he is all for it because he's not really what they call the boob man.
Yeah.
And he's okay. He's like, there'll be plenty left.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's not like they take everything.
Yeah.
Well, like, I guess men fall into two categories. They're either
A butt man or a boob man.
a boob guy or a butt guy.
Yeah.
I definitely did not get the boobs. I'm one of those that whenever God was passing those boobs out, I thought he said boo. I ran the other way and he slapped it on the caboose. So I've never had to deal with that.
Right.
What is it, what kind of health issues does it cause?
Well, first of all, it's just a, what do I want to say? It's just a personal thing. I feel like, and I don't want to say that people are always staring at your chest, but I feel like people look at you like,
They'd be disappointed. They're probably looking at mine like, how old are you, girl?
Yeah.
Little girl?
And it's like, when I see some people and I hadn't seen them in a while or whatever, and they, they're good friends or whatever, they're like, man, did your boobs grow or something? I'm like, really? I mean, that's what you're going to ask me right now? Like, did my boobs grow? Well, okay. But I don't know. I just feel like, it's a self-conscious kind of thing. I look at pictures and that's all I see is this big chest. But as far as the health issues, it's like there's always a dull ache, your upper back. I have terrible posture, and I know that's part because the breasts are heavy. But, just even trying to work out normally, to run, you gotta double bra. And even at that, that's not great support. I mean, it's better than one, but it's not the greatest. But I feel like it just limits you on certain things that you can do, because I feel like I could do things better if I didn't have, this extra weight.
So when you wear because I've heard you say you wear 2 sports bras a lot of times.
Yeah.
Do you have to buy 2 different sizes?
No.
So that they fit?
No.
No?
No, I just usually.
I'll tell you, there's a few people that I see in the gym sometimes, and I want to just take them and buy them.
Yeah. Yeah.
A decent sports bra.
Right.
I cannot imagine. Like I say, I was not blessed with that.
Yeah.
So I'm not top heavy at all, and surely that has to hurt.
It does, because when you double it up, then you feel like you're just
You're
all
constrained.
compressed. You're constrained.
Yeah, you're so
and it's
constrained.
all up in here. It's just.
But what about working
uncomfortable.
out? What if I remember the day that you came all the way to the gym and said you had forgotten to pack a sports bra.
Oh gosh, yes.
Surely working out without the adequate sports bra on would have to be even worse.
Oh yeah.
That's why I don't see how there's a few ladies in some of these classes and I'm like, surely that has to be hurting you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That you don't have a proper support.
It's like, okay, if I don't have a bra, I can't work out.
Yeah.
I mean, you just can't. But yeah, just, those kind of things. Just even like wearing certain clothing. Like a lot of times you have to buy a bigger size to be able to button something up because, everything's right here. And then it's loose everywhere else. And
I don't own a single button-up shirt.
yeah.
No, because
Is that why? I mean,
yeah, you can't get them
Yeah.
to fit you right.
Yeah, it's not good. So anyway, so just a variety of things, and just
never thought about that.
Just the pure size of them in general. It's just like, why does somebody need
Why
to
are
have?
men so fascinated with them?
I don't know.
If they had them, they would realize they were
Yeah.
not that fascinating.
No, exactly. But so when I went in, and I've not been properly measured. I'm wearing like a double D, but I told him I kind of wanted to go to a C.
I was going to ask you, can you pick what you...
Well, yes, you can tell them what you'd like to go to. Now, when speaking to my hairdresser the other day about it, She's like, if you're thinking about going smaller, I would do it. And I said, I absolutely am. I was thinking about
isn't that
going
the
more.
whole point?
Well, I mean, like, you know, if I told him I C, and she's like, if you think you want to be smaller, I would do it. She's like, because I now wish I would have done a little bit less. She's like, I told him I want to be a full C, and I wish I had gone a little lower. Because she's like,
Because you're gonna, any body weight, or you're still gonna have normal
Yeah.
body changes
Right.
when your body changes.
Yeah.
Well, now when my body changes, that if I take off weight,
Yeah, it's usually
I can
different.
definitely tell there.
Right.
And of course, if I put on a few pounds, I can tell there.
Mhm.
Even though more, and like I say, I'm not super
Yeah.
well endowed at all. I'm very flat, small chested compared to most women.
Yeah.
So have you picked a size?
Well, like I said, I told him a C, but I think when I go in for my final follow-up, I guess on the 25th, and I'm going to talk to him about going a little smaller. See what he says about that, which I don't think it'll be an issue. But yeah, so we'll do that.
have you Googled any? Have you seen what the surgery looks like? I mean, anything like that, or
So they'll do what they call the anchor, and it's like they cut straight down from your nipple or whatever, then go underneath the breast or whatever. So I'll have like an anchor scar. And the funny thing is, though, I've been listening to some podcasts because it's like I just wanted to hear some other doctors talk about it and other people that may have had it done.
Yeah, I would too.
And I was listening to one podcast. They were talking about also doing like lipo on the axilla, and I'm like, what the heck is the axilla? And I don't really know what it is. I think it's up under the arm somewhat.
Ooh,
So
yeah,
so I'm thinking, I might just ask him when I go in. I'm like, okay, can you do a little bit over here? Because, I mean, if it's not included, that's fine. Well, just tell me how much it's going to cost. Just go ahead and suck that all
So it
out,
costs
too.
me extra to get some of this back fat going.
Yeah. So,
But you got the vacuum cleaner on.
right. So I'm going to ask him about that. But I honestly, in talking to my hairdresser, I feel much better knowing that somebody that has done
Right. Oh,
her and her
yeah.
sister both had done it through the same doctor, and I feel I'm ready. I just wish that when I found out that it was approved that it had been sooner rather than later. But when they turned it into the insurance, like there was a start date, and that was March 3rd, which is when I'm having it. And it couldn't be before that. So had I known, I would have made an appointment in February just to get it over with.
Oh, I got you. So you saying you wish you would have had the surgery with sooner.
Yeah,
Okay.
but since they put in March 3rd as the start date, it would be anywhere from like March 3rd to like the end of June. So
Okay.
that was like the time span. So it can't be before that date.
But you've got the wedding coming up in August, right?
Mhm.
So this should still be plenty of time, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
so what's an idea on your recovery time? What are they? You said 2 weeks. You said you'd be out of work
I'll
about
be
2
out of
weeks.
work for 2 weeks. So as far as recovery, like going back to full activity, about 6 weeks. As far as especially if you were somebody who was very active, running and all this
Yeah,
and that.
and you definitely were.
So yeah, about 6 weeks, and that's what my niece said. It took her about 6 weeks to kind of build back up. She was an instructor. She did Zumba, and she did some other kind of classes or whatever that she taught, and it was about 6 weeks for her to get back into that whole thing. But yeah, so I'm excited. I'm ready to get it over with.
Have you looked at any pictures to see what before and after pictures?
I mean,
and
he's
stuff?
got pictures on his website.
Does he?
Yeah, I've seen those, but a boob's a boob.
True. That's true.
So
It's not like you show them to everybody.
yeah, no, but yeah. So
But just
I'm excited.
think, I mean, you have to buy a lot of new.
I'm okay
We
with
have to
that.
have. You what?
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, definitely all new bras.
Oh, yeah.
for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Sports bra.
Yeah,
I mean,
ready
you
to- suits?
I'm ready just to take the
Yes,
the
I
bras
mean-
and put them in the trash. Now,
swimsuits. I mean, I would think a lot of your tops are
Yeah.
not even gonna fit the same.
right. So some advice that my hairdresser told me the other night was like, don't go out and buy a bunch of bras like right away because they're going to be swollen still. They're going to be real perky because it's basically a lift as well. She said because they will settle down. They'll settle a little bit and they'll not that they're going to not be perky, but they won't be as swollen. So she's like, so don't go out and buy a bunch of bras like right. Give yourself a couple of months before you do all of that.
What did you wear in the meantime?
Well, you just get some, a couple just mediocre, whatever. Because I'm gonna go buy some pretty bras.
Perky, how long has it been? Boy, that's a word I hadn't used
I know,
in a long
right? I
time.
haven't had perky ones.
You know, because when you
either.
get older, you're either, if you lay down on your back, it's kind of like they slide under your arm.
Like eggs.
Yeah, they're like runny eggs.
Yeah, runny eggs.
Or if you're, like, you know, facing forward on all fours, it more looks like a milk cow.
We don't want to know what you're doing on
That
all
was
fours.
a nice
Okay.
visual there, wasn't it?
So, but anyways, so yeah, so I guess, you know, I'll just buy a couple cheap bras that'll, you know, get me by for a few months and then go some bra shopping.
Well, yeah, and then you get new,
Excited.
like, new swimsuits come the summertime.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I'm excited for you.
I'm excited. I'm ready to get it over with. Get past it. It was funny because, you know, I've been telling a few people here and there, and at work it was like I was kind of like didn't know how to tell my boss, but I wasn't going to tell him what I was having done.
Well, I mean, that's not what you don't have to.
No. But there's several people that know at work. But I've only told him this week. I said, I'm going to be off the first couple of weeks in March. I'm having surgery. And that's all I said.
Mm-hmm.
So they'll be, I mean, I don't know. One of the girls was
And it's not like they can. Is your boss a male?
Mhm.
And it's not like he can say anything when you come back to work.
No.
What is he going to say?
Mhm.
I mean, he's going to be able to tell.
Well, I don't know.
But it's not like he can comment
One of the girls
on it.
is like, you know what? I don't even know if they'll notice. And I'm like, well, there'll be some that'll notice because, you know, there's some guys that, you know, they look.
Yeah.
But there'll be some that'll probably notice.
Like I
But
said,
they
I
won't be able to say anything. They'll probably be going, oh my gosh, what?
Yeah.
happened to her?
I mean, that's what I. Yeah.
Why'd she do that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I said, any men don't understand at all why a woman would want to do that.
Yeah.
But I would think I've heard both of you talk about the issues with the straps digging into
straps.
your
Oh, yeah.
your
Yes.
shoulders and I mean I can't even imagine. Like I said, I don't have to deal with that, thank goodness. But I see some at the gym that just it makes me feel bad for them.
You hurt for them.
Yes, because I cannot imagine what that would be like with that much weight on your chest, and then especially in kickboxing class.
Oh yeah, and moving around.
I mean, that has to be painful. Not to mention the fact that has to be, like you said, posture. With your posture and everything, because every time you bounce like that, and that's just that much more weight that on your knees and all your
I
joints.
have a good perspective for that because so when I told him what I wanted to do is go down to a C, he basically said that between the two, my right is a little bit bigger than my left, so they'll be taking a little bit more off of that one and then off the left, but about 4.5 pounds. So you put that in perspective, that's like almost a bag of sugar. So imagine taking a bag of sugar and wrapping that around your neck and just hanging it off your chest all day. That's what it feels like. So I think even if I go a little smaller, then that'll even be a little bit more. So that's.
I would go smaller.
Yeah, I am.
I mean, because
That's my plan.
I just don't. I would rather go smaller
and regret not doing it.
And then instead of
like come out and I'm like, oh dang it, what am I gonna go? Yeah, so I might as well just do it because I don't think I'm ever gonna say, oh man, I wish they were bigger. I don't think I'm gonna say that.
I've never. I mean, like I say, I'm not. I don't have a whole lot, and I've never ever thought, oh, I wish mine were bigger.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, there's been a couple of times when I thought, well, I have more than what I really want.
Oh yeah.
Because I don't see the fascination with it.
Yeah.
Me personally.
Yeah.
But now my hairdresser we were talking one day. She's I think had implants or something done years ago, but now she's also had reduction.
Oh really?
I think she said 2 times.
What?
So I don't know. Like I say, I don't know. I don't know that there's a lot of women that do the implants. I'm not sure. I know there's different types of implants. And, I don't, and then I would hate to think that you would get them done and then years later regret it and go back and have that. That seems like it's an awful lot to do to your body.
Oh yeah, it would be.
That's why her telling you, if you're thinking C, go even smaller, because then that way you won't have to, like I say, regret it or want to go back and do it again.
Right.
Well, some people get the implants, and you see on the Nightlines and Dateline or 2020 that it makes them sick.
Yeah.
So they have to go in
take them out.
and get them taken.
And see, I have no idea what they even use nowadays.
Mhm.
Surely that has to be
Silicone,
more healthy
Something, yeah,
than what it was years
yeah.
ago. Just has to be.
I had a neighbor that had gotten implants several years ago, and the thing is, they're like, they're not, they don't feel real, you know, they're very hard, and it's just like, why would, I don't know why you'd want that in your chest.
I knew a girl years ago that had it done, and she said that it was very painful,
Yeah.
extremely painful, because of the stretching. You know, they stretch muscle
Right.
and put stuff under muscles, and she
It's
said
probably worse than having a reduction.
she said that it was so painful that her husband couldn't even sleep in the bed with her because any movement of the bed was terrible. I mean, she could not even handle him just to
Rolling
sleep in the
over.
bed with her.
Yeah.
Because just moving the bed, she couldn't handle it because that's how excruciating the pain was.
Wow.
It took, she said, months before it got to where
She
could-
probably wished she hadn't done it, huh?
Yes. And like I said, that's been years ago, years and years ago. But and I don't even know. I'm sure that's a lot more healthier now than it was back then. I don't know what they use for implants, but
Right.
but yeah, it's I would definitely if I was heavy chested, I would want to go smaller.
Mm-hmm.
Like I say,
Yep.
just for the health reasons.
Right. Yep. So I'm super excited and get this ball going.
Well, Cheryl and I are gonna try to take care of you as much as we can with
Appreciate that.
some meals and things like that. Make sure that you and Danny have plenty to eat. I know your daughter's coming to stay, right?
Yep, she'll be here Tuesday afternoon. She'll probably be here before I'm out of surgery. I didn't realize surgery is like 4 to 6 hours. It's a long time.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
4 to 6 hours.
Yeah.
I thought you said 46
No,
hours.
4 to 6 hours, but that's
That's a long time.
That's a long time.
That is a long time.
Yeah,
Now, are you having it done at one of the hospitals?
McLeod's,
McLeod.
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
and you'll be in there overnight.
overnight, and then I'll come home, and then so she'll probably be here before I get out of recovery and everything, and then she's gonna stay through. I think she's leaving. I don't know, early afternoon Saturday, so she'll be here the whole week.
So you'll have her for several nights after you
Yeah.
come home from the hospital. Okay.
So
Well, she'll be. I mean, is Ian coming with her?
No.
Okay, she's coming by. Well, she'll be able to take care of the two of you
Oh,
with
yeah.
meals and things like that.
Oh, yeah.
Cheryl and I will jump in after she
leaves.
After she leaves.
sure it'll be just
To
fine.
make sure that
Yeah.
that you guys are taken care of. We don't want poor Danny to starve
Oh my
to
gosh,
death.
so he would starve. No,
Well, if we know Lori too, she's probably planning meals and got
Yeah.
stuff put in the freezer and.
I actually was thinking about that the other day, and I thought I should probably get some stuff ready, but I haven't done it.
Well, you got lasagna in there now with
Yeah.
on it, yeah.
Excited about that.
And I figure there's some other, Cheryl and I have been talking about it. There's some other little things. We can do some crock pot meals, take over to you and plug in, and then all you have to do is just fix from it.
Yeah.
And that way you'll have something.
Yeah.
We'll take care of you.
Wow,
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
You'll be good.
And then the next time, so we'll meet again, and you'll have that done.
I'll have it
Have
done.
it done.
We can talk
We'll
about how
probably
it
go a
went.
little longer. Let's see, that's in 2 weeks, right?
Yes, 2 weeks Tuesday. Yeah.
2 weeks Tuesday. So if we will meet back, I don't know, we might want to wait till the end of March.
Well, then that's
Maybe.
Cheryl's birthday.
Oh, yeah. Got a birthday coming up.
Or 1st of April. Yeah, we're gonna
Yeah.
go 6 to 8 weeks.
Yeah, we can probably
Yeah.
go like maybe the first Saturday and, well, when is the Diva race?
Oh, it's
April.
that weekend. That first weekend in April.
In April.
The third, fourth, and
Okay, well
fifth.
then maybe we might do it the weekend, the weekend before is your birthday, right?
Yeah. Maybe the weekend after Diva then.
Yeah, either that or, I mean, it just depends on when we do, like for your birthday, we went out on Friday evening.
Right. What day's your birthday on?
I have no idea.
Are you kidding me?
Nope.
It's what, the 29th?
Night. Clueless.
29th of March.
Clueless.
I think it's a Sunday.
see. It is a Sunday.
So we probably need to do a Saturday, right? A Saturday evening, or
We could do the 28th. That'd be right before.
well, do we want to do the podcast then, or do we want to do? Because our whole
Oh,
thing
go
is
out for your birthday.
yeah, because our whole thing is you pick where you want to go out to eat, and we go and have a good time. You have to just give us some thought. We'll come up with a date. We don't have to give a certain date for this when
Yeah.
we're going to meet back.
Because
here.
my sister said something about maybe trying to get up here.
Ah.
To see, which I'm trying to get her.
Yeah, well, that'd
Come
be
back.
great.
Well, we'll do. Like I said,
I want her
the,
to get out of the house for a bit.
yeah. The next time we do a podcast, we'll have you recovered. Maybe not back to normal activity full
No,
force,
I won't
but
be. I'll be doing something.
because
but-
if we do that, that's going to be like 8 weeks, and that's a little too long. I don't want to go quite that long before we
Yep.
do another
I'll
podcast.
be here before you know it. Though.
Oh, I know, I know.
Golly, time flies now.
Yeah.
But I don't want to wait that long. I want to kind of stay in a routine of every month to 6 weeks or so with the podcast.
Yeah.
But I do appreciate it, ladies.
Our pleasure.
Always fun.
Mhm.
This one is just, this podcast seems a little different than the previous one.
I know we were so
Well,
gung-ho and
I know.
what we were gonna do, and
I guess, this is just putting it out there that we're real. We're just,
Exactly.
Yeah.
we're real people, and, things don't always go the way you plan. But you just pick up
Things
the pieces
usually
and
don't go the way
just
you
continue
plan.
on and just keep pushing forward. That's all we can
Mhm.
do. So,
baby steps.
baby steps, yeah.
And this is why we talked about like resolutions, and I made no resolutions. I was trying to do monthly, spurts of what is
Oh.
in my best interest.
Speaking of
Speaking of that,
water. I did really good on that one.
That I was just when you were saying that, Cheryl,
Yes.
I didn't even think about the fact that we needed to talk about, because I know that Miss Cheryl is not even taking a text message after 11 o'clock anymore. Because now I will text her at like 10:30. Okay, it's almost pumpkin time. Let me get my last thing in before you go.
Yeah.
And not every night, but there's been a couple of times that I've looked at my clock and it's like, oh man, it's 10 minutes to 11. I'm not going to bother her now. I'll just wait till tomorrow.
Yeah.
Of course, by that time I've done forgot what it was I was going to say, but anyway. She's definitely started off February with her,
trying to be off of
Social media.
just
well, not
off of technology.
There you go.
Off of technology.
because you're really not much of a social media person
No, I'm
anyway.
not much of a social media person, but just off of technology by 11.
Right.
Whether it's
Well, now I'll look at social media, just Facebook, but now I have definitely changed a lot of my, I used to post a lot more. I have definitely changed that up. I don't as much now.
Right.
And it's not that big of a deal. I just don't put stuff on there as much. Now I do look at it, but now I'm not an Instagrammer. I'm not
we are digressing from our discussion of drinking water.
well, no,
right?
no. I was
Yeah.
gonna say, have I done as good as I said I was going to? No, but I am drinking way more than I used to.
Okay. Well, that's a plus.
It's a step in the right direction.
Yeah, I've done really well with that. My goal was to just increase it each week, and so I'm drinking about 80 ounces a day, which I feel is pretty good.
Very good. Yes.
Really good.
Yeah, I'm not there.
Yeah.
There.
But my little blinking beaker, it definitely it gets you thinking, because like I'll set that on my desk and I'll get busy doing stuff, and in the corner of my eye I see that thing blinking at me, and it's like.
Have you looked at how often does it blink?
It's about every 20 minutes, I think, 15 to 20 minutes, and they say it's good. There's a chart somewhere that says you should drink every so often, and I think that's what it's timed by or whatever. But it's definitely
There's probably a way to upload to the way the internet is nowadays. You can probably upload your usage,
Yeah, who knows?
drinkage, and
Probably.
to see where you rank in the top.
But it's just
Yeah.
I'm
a
kidding.
friendly reminder.
Exactly.
Because we get busy and it's not like you don't. It's not like you don't want to drink. You just don't think
You
about
just don't
it.
think about
But
it.
then when you see that thing blinking at you, oh well, let me take a drink.
Yeah, and so a lot of people. It sparked a lot of conversation at work with people, because I'll take it to my meetings. I'll take it here. I'll take it there, and like, what's that thing on around your bottle?
Especially when it starts blinking.
I know. And so then everybody's watching it.
It's where it blinked again.
Yeah. So I was talking one day and I noticed it was kind of starting to blink, but I was kind of looking this way, and I look over, and then one of the guys in the meeting, he's going,
Take a drink.
like,
Take a drink.
it's time. But yeah, it's
Your
definitely.
baby's crying. Your baby's
Yeah, it
crying.
definitely sparked some conversation, and at first it was like, it kind of made me mad. A couple people were like, "Really, you got to be reminded to drink water?" And I said, "You don't understand. It's not that I need to be reminded. It's just I get busy and I don't think about it. So
Well, I mean,
if
I
you want to
wouldn't
call
say-
it a reminder, then yes,
I wouldn't say it's a
reminder.
reminder to drink water. You were consciously trying to consume more water
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah,
than what you had been consuming, right?
True.
That was the whole goal of
yep,
that.
absolutely.
Am I at 40 ounces? No. But
When she first started drinking
At least you got a little bit more of a sip
Yes.
in there over water
It was
bottle.
funny because she was perspiring more while working
Oh my
out,
gosh.
and that was a whole new experience for
Yeah.
her.
that, what was it, the first couple of weeks of January when I was really, really trying
Yep.
hard to drink as much water as I possibly could. I remember one night in the gym, Cheryl was like, "What is wrong with your eye? It is really red." And I'm like, Yeah, there's sweat running in it. I have never sweat like this before in my entire life. And I'm sure a lot of it was because I was dehydrated.
Yes.
Absolutely.
I'm doing better. I'm nowhere near where I need to be. But I'm making a conscious effort to make sure that the bottle of water that I go into the gym with is empty by the time I get home.
Yeah.
And then I drink water all evening.
Right.
Now, do I drink a lot of water during the day? No. But now my job is a little different than most because I'm in a car driving.
Yeah, that's harder
And
for you.
trust
You
me,
can't go to the bathroom as much.
well, and the restrooms out there, a
You
lot
don't
of
want
them
to.
you don't want to go to.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's a matter of cleanliness.
Yeah.
So that's one of the reasons why I don't consume a lot of liquid of any kind during the day. But like I say, I've definitely done better about making sure I've tried to set a goal. Whatever bottle of water goes to the gym does not come back in this house with water in it. And if it does, I finish it while I'm in the kitchen. Finish up this bottle of water. And then I probably drink another bottle of water between dinner and the time I go to bed. So about those are probably 20-ounce bottles. So I might be getting a good 30 to 35 ounces of water a day.
Yeah.
So I'm way better than what I was.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, some's better than none.
Yeah.
That's right.
Wow.
Yeah. So I was happy to get where I was going with it because I was used to drinking that all the time, and then all of a sudden it's just like I got off of it, and so I'm happy to be back drinking my water.
I did okay. I'm doing okay with that one. The abs, the arms, nope, not at all.
I know. Because our sergeant of arms has not
I
been
know.
around, and I mean,
Yeah. I failed you. I failed you.
I mean, going to class is almost like I need to. It's a part of my lifestyle now.
It's part of your routine.
It's part of my routine. But that extra ab challenge or arm challenge, it's like I can't get it in. And the ab challenge didn't take more than 5 minutes a day, but I just couldn't get it
There was
in.
no extra 5 minutes.
You know,
But, anyways,
Yeah.
one other good piece of news. So when I was at the doctor on Tuesday, I had to weigh in, and I was 13 pounds less than when I was there at Thanksgiving time with the diverticulitis deal.
Congratulations.
That's great.
That's awesome.
So-
and that's just through some dietary changes, not.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
we'll continue.
Well,
down
you were
that path.
using like a Weight Watchers app.
Yeah, I'm still using
Yeah.
Weight Watchers app, but now with this week here with this steroid, I mean, I know I'm not going to gain that much in a week, but I'm just been status quo. So I try to like get through this week and then hit it.
And see, I've not done. I
So-
hadn't done well at all with that.
Yeah. No.
I did for a while, and then I don't know. Like I say, I just can't figure out why my attitude
Mhm.
is in the toilet. I don't know why.
Honestly, for me, I'm telling you, it is this bipolar weather that we're having in South Carolina that has me in a funk. I can't, it's cold, then it's hot, then it's
Yeah.
cold, freezing, and then I want some warm soup with some bread, and then it's hot. Okay, I'm gonna put on shorts, I'm gonna run, I'm gonna eat, chicken and salad, and I
Yeah.
think as
No
the weather
consistency.
starts getting better, I will mentally get better
Yeah.
with making better choices. Right
I
now,
hope so.
I care less about making a good choice because it's so gloom and doom, and it's cold one day and hot the next, and I'm miserable.
Yeah.
So I'm eating to make me happy.
There you
Well,
go.
I've got to take off some weight because the clothes, my pants that I was maybe not this time. Well, maybe this time last year, I was having to wear a belt with to hold them up. I mean, it looked like a family had moved out of the back end of
Yeah.
them. Now they're miserable. Miserable. I mean, I wore this particular pair of pants that I'm talking about Thursday when I had to go to a meeting in Charlotte. So I had to drive 2.5 hours to a meeting in Charlotte. Then I had a 2.5 hour meeting there, and then 2.5 hours back. I was miserable the whole time. Miserable, just miserable. And I kept beating myself up. I cannot believe that you worked as hard as you did, and now this pair of pants that last year you were digging a belt out of the closet
Right.
to hold them up on you. And, Cheryl was telling me, Josh was telling me, those pants look ridiculous. They're too big. Well, Yeah, well, that's not a problem now. Not a problem now. And I just can't see, like I say, I gotta get motivated.
We'll get there.
And I think, like I said, I think
Something's
with
gotta get me
the
motivated.
time change, the weather change, we start getting some consistent spring and some consistent sunlight and brighter days, we'll have a better attitude.
Of course, we say that after we just eat homemade lasagna. We're sitting here drinking chocolate liqueur, peanut butter. Is it peanut butter?
Peanut butter,
Peanut butter
banana,
whiskey.
good night,
we're
chocolate.
That's right. I'm drinking the banana.
Yeah,
Is it-
we got the
And I got the
whiskey.
banana and
Okay.
the chocolate. And
We got
the
banana
I don't know what I got.
whiskey with chocolate liqueur and half.
Mm-hmm.
And now
We're getting ready to go to
I'm getting ready to go in there and eat some tiramisu. And I wonder why my pants don't fit.
Yeah, well,
That's
it's
exactly why.
it's a holiday. It's Valentine's. You gotta have a little celebration.
Well.
So,
Gotta blame it on something, right?
Sergeant at Arms will be back in about a month or so. So we'll get there.
Yeah, you're gonna have to stand behind. Even when
6 weeks, something
you
like
just have to come back to the gym. We'll put you up. We'll get you one of those plastic Walmart chairs.
Mm-hmm.
No, the chair in the bag. There you go. The chair in the
Oh, yeah,
bag.
we're getting a sports chair.
Yeah, the chair in the bag.
Okay.
And you can sit at the end of the treadmills with like a whip.
There you
So
go. I can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can keep Cheryl and I going.
Yeah.
We definitely need that.
Yeah. So,
Ladies, thank you so much.
all right.
We'll come back in a few weeks and see where we're at.
We'll have better news.
Yeah, we'll have better news.
We will.
We-
We wish Lori the very, very
Oh,
best.
yes.
She's gonna do great. Excited for her.
Yeah.
See how hers comes out before I decide what to do.
See, we could have done a 2-for-1 special, Cheryl.
Well, we do have, we're recording, so this is, we'll be on YouTube, on YouTube, yeah. Next time. Oh, goodness. But just want to thank you ladies for always coming
Thanks
and
for
doing
having
this.
us, for
Yes.
hosting once again. Great as
And
always.
we just want to say thank you for listening, and if you please will rate, review, subscribe, we would really appreciate it. Any
And give us
topics?
some topic ideas.
Yeah, there you go. Some
Please.
topic ideas. We would love some topic ideas. And we will get update on the tatas in a couple of weeks.
There we go.
And at the end of all podcasts, we always say, cue the cow.